These 5 print-on-demand myths are costing you a hell of a lot in sales, in time wasting, in pretty much, they're killing your chances of succeeding, right? And I want to share with you what these 5 myths are so that you can look out for them and not get fooled. So these are the 5 big print-on-demand myths, right? Let's learn these myths and see what the actual truth is to help you achieve success in print-on-demand. I've been doing print-on-demand for 11 years, and these are the myths that I constantly see hurting people's chances of success. Myth number 1, the passive income myth. I love this one. This is the best one. You can earn sales in your sleep like Shona did when she broke $40,000 from her print-on-demand business. This is Shona. This is someone from our community, right? A little later than hoped, but last night I hit 40K. Shona, this is what she said. I knew I needed 8 more teas to reach this goal, 3 of which came in whilst I was sleeping. Shona must have unlocked the secrets to passive income, right? This term passive income gets thrown around, but most don't really understand it. It's automated. It's the difference between building something that can be automated versus building something that is actually passive. There's a ton of work to set it up, create designs, build your store, and manage those ads. So again, Shona later on, I had a huge overhaul of my store and ad account last week to improve the conversion rate and work towards profitability. Okay. So even Shona realizes this isn't passive, right? And she's not thinking this is passive. Regardless of sales coming in while she sleeps, it doesn't make it passive. It just makes the business semi-automated. You have design creation that never stops, testing and iterating and optimizing ads that never ends. Well, it ends when you sell the business, and you might think, well, if I've got a lot of ads going and they are profitable, they are doing well, then yes, it can slow down for you and you would have automated a good chunk of the business. But if you are trying to grow and you are trying to keep things going, if you have no employees, then you will have to do the work yourself to keep the kind of automated concept alive, right? So whilst it's not 100% passive, it involves work to make it somewhat automated. There's also going to be growth problems and business management that you have to handle. So you've got to be ready to put out fires, to find problems, and then to eventually solve them. There is no such thing as passive income. If you want passive income, leave print on demand. I don't even know where to suggest you go. Maybe go and just buy lottery tickets, but even then it requires you to leave your house. Or maybe you can buy them on your phone, but it will require your thumb to do some tapping. There really isn't this idea of passive income. There are ideas of automating businesses, and you know the process can slow down over time of the amount of work input that you have to make, but it's not really passive. You know, I guess you could look at like writing a book and then selling it passive, because all the work is done up front and then you sell the book, and when the book sells it becomes passive. But it's not really, because you've got to do the marketing, you've got to do the promo, you've got to do the tours, the book signings, all these different things. You know, maybe royalties for actors could be passive. Once they've made the movie, the royalties just come in. There you go. Actors are doing passive income. Again, I would argue it's automated income, not passive. Again, automated means there's still a huge amount of work, but the more work you put in, the more it can become automated. Myth number 2, make more designs. Again, another one I love seeing. I've watched a YouTuber recently. I'm not going to name any names, but he just said that you're not making enough designs. He'd said it doesn't matter if they're good or they're bad, just make more and you will stumble across a winner. I mean, what advice is that? Telling you to stumble across a winner. Uploading 100 random designs won't help you. One great design in the right niche will outsell 100 generic ones every day of the week. We still want, 100 plus designs before launching our store, but it's important to know that we want 100 intentional, good, niche relevant designs, not just 100 crappy designs that have no thought put into them. Now, on the public marketplace, it's a little bit different. You want to upload just regularly. So you want a lot more than 100. You might want, 1,000 plus, but they still need to be good. Just because you're uploading to Etsy or Amazon or Redbubble or wherever you want to upload to, these marketplaces can hopefully drive traffic for you. Their designs still need to be really, really good. The difference is you need to make a lot more of them so that the algorithm can kind of favor you a little bit better. Okay, so with a marketplace, it's more based on luck and hope, whereas with our own platform, it's based more on data analytics and, driving our own traffic. So you don't need as many designs for our own store, but even with public marketplaces, and you need a lot more designs, they still need to be intentional, they need to be well researched, and they need to be good. So you want to focus on an emotional message, niche alignment, readability, and vibe. So just an example, store A has 100 unrelated or 2 similar designs. Store B has 75 hyper-targeted polished designs that feel like a brand. Which one is going to do better? Well, it's going to be store B. Myth number 3, you need to be a designer. Now, maybe 10 years ago, but now things have changed. And this is coming from a design purist, someone that has been making designs for 20 years. I absolutely love everything to do with designs. I love drawing designs on my iPad. It's the reason I got this iPad. And trust me, moving to AI or to ready-made designs or anything like that was very difficult for me, but I realized the power in it. And it made me realize that a lot more people could do this business. You don't need to be a designer, regardless of this myth. Your tools can do the heavy lifting. For example, Canva, Kittle, and Affinity Designer 2. These designs make it easy for anyone to actually create designs, either from scratch or edit designs that you have found online. And then Midjourney, well, not so much Midjourney anymore, it's gotten a bit crap, but Ideogram, Mystic, and ChatGPT. These are AI design tools that make it faster and easier to create pro-looking designs. Some of our AI designs have made over $100,000. It's absolutely wild. Now, it's not as simple as just, anything I put into AI is going to do well. 99% of AI is absolute shit. It's really bad. And you still need to understand the fundamentals, the foundations. You need to understand how to make intentional designs. You need to know how to prompt AI, how to ask it for stuff, basically, and how to adapt and amend what AI gives you to still make it good. There's a lot more that you need to know, but you don't necessarily need to be this super creative person. Everything I just said, it can be learnt. The fundamentals, the foundations, it can all be learned. It can all be followed. You don't need to be able to physically be able to draw something anymore, which is really, really nice because it lowers the bar of entry for this business. And that's great. A lot more people can get in, a lot more people can be successful. You want to focus on layouts, fonts, contrast, and mock-up quality, just to name a few. You've got something that we built called the Phrase Genie. You then got ChatGPT, which is the image generation. So this plus this will create some amazing designs. This will give you incredible phrases, right? And ideas. This will allow you to turn them into actual designs. And there you go. You got yourself some winners. If you want access to this, by the way, it's in our community. Now, the AI design training in the Design Hub is just something we cover amongst many other topics, and it's all about the prompts. What I just spoke about, making a design with AI doesn't mean it's going to be good. You need to know what to ask for. And the training that we have is all about the prompt. It's about sketch to design. Here's an example of sketch to design. This is what we started with, or this is what we started with, 2 different designs, right? A simple prompt, turn this into this, right? Look at that. This, it's mad. This, honestly, really bad drawing into this. And then one more prompt later, a few more than one more prompt later, turned it into this. This is a fully ready to go Tour de Fur 1986 design. Brilliant. And then a more advanced custom prompt. So this was a little bit more of a detailed drawing, as you can see, a little bit harder, but still, there's no talent in this drawing. It's a very bad drawing as drawings go. And this drawing turned into this design. Brilliant design. You have some words over here, right? And it's so good. It's so flipping good. By the way, this whole thing, I made a video on it. So if you want, you can just search for This Insane AI Print on Demand is Crushing All the Others. You can just watch this video. It's just brilliant. Right, myth number 4. Just upload to a marketplace. Have you heard that before? There's a particular YouTube out there that all they can tell you to do is just upload it to Redbubble or upload it to TeePublic and you'll do great. You'll get passive income. Sorry, it's just not that simple anymore. In fact, there's a lot more that you probably don't know about Redbubble or TeePublic in terms of those businesses are being driven into the ground by the shareholders, by the board, by many other things that there's a lot of public information out there, which I'm happy to share in a video, but I stopped making those videos where I was just bash these companies. But basically, if you are making a little bit of money with these companies, it's not going to last. It's not safe. These companies are heading in one direction and that's way down. So Uploading to these marketplaces, maybe you can get a couple bucks a month, but it's very unlikely. Amazon, is a lot safer, and Etsy is also a lot safer, but still, they're not amazing. It's like putting your shirt in the middle of a billion others, basically, because with all of these marketplaces, you're going to have tons of competition, right? That makes sense. We don't want competition. Well, a little competition, but we don't want this much competition. We want to be in control ourselves, right? Marketplaces gives very little traffic unless you're ranking, which can take a lot of time. And I actually spoke to someone who was a head of a marketplace. It wasn't one of these, it was a different marketplace. And they told me that as well as the algorithm, they as humans can decide who ranks where, right? So you being one of the millions of sellers, right? You're just one in one of these places, you might never rank. Your designs might never do well. And it seems mad to me that people will go through all this effort, all this work to create designs, and then just leave it up to hope and chance that they get spotted and they get sales. A couple of other things about marketplaces, because again, this myth of just upload it to a marketplace and you'll be successful, it's not right? So marketplaces are full of copycats who will steal your design in a heartbeat. I've had this happen, and it's the reason why I stopped selling on so many marketplaces. There's no brand story, there's no customer list, and it's almost impossible to scale or sell the business. It's almost like you are renting a business, right? You create designs and you sell designs, but it can come crashing down at any point. You can get evicted at any point. It doesn't last. You're not building an asset versus, if you have a mortgage, you bought a house, it becomes more valuable to you over time, and eventually you can sell it for a chunk of money, hopefully more money than what you bought it for, right? So that's the goal. Build your own store with Shopify. Something that looks like this. Really, really, really simple. I've got a whole video on this here as well. You can watch my store breakdown here. I talk about this in great detail, exactly how to build a $1 million print-on-demand store. So, definitely go check that out. It's brilliant. And you can see it's a very, very simple store. There's no competition. All of these would be my designs. If someone doesn't buy this and they don't buy this, but they buy this one and this one, brilliant. They're both mine. If they don't buy any of these and they click view all to see if there's anything they might like, great. They're all my designs, right? And then myth number 5, it costs too much money to start. Well, I've actually created a whole video on this now, and I'm unsure if it's live yet, if this one went live first or that one went live first, but either way, it's a great video, and pretty much it doesn't cost that much, right? You can literally launch a full print-on-demand store with $100 or less than $100, even including signing up for the Design Hub, which is currently $49 a month. It might not be that by the time you're watching this video, but it's currently $49 a month, right? And that also includes getting ChatGPT, Affinity Designer, Shopify with $1 with the $1 offer. Again, that link is in the Design Hub, and mockups, which we have free mockups for you in the Design Hub that I created myself. So you can do all of this for less than $100, right? So it's not free. I'm sorry that it's not free, and I know a lot of you want to hear that it's going to be free, but it shouldn't be free. Why should building a business ever be free, right? I like the fact that this business has a little bit of friction because it stops some people getting involved. Some people want to do it and will give up because of this friction. Some people won't even try, which is good. I like the fact that it's a little bit hard, there's a little bit more hard work because I'm willing to do that hard work. I know you're willing to do that hard work as well. And because we are willing to put the hard work in, we know we are going to beat out the people who aren't willing to put that hard work in. But if there's no friction, if it really was passive and it really was easy and it really was free to start, everyone would do it and it would be really oversaturated, and yeah, we probably wouldn't be able to be successful with it. So that little bit of friction to get started is actually a good thing because it means you can be successful if you're going to put in the hard work, and I can be successful if I'm going to put in the hard work. Now, we recommend having $500 to $1,000 to get started with this business. You don't need that much, but it helps for additional tools and it helps for Facebook ads. It kind of gives you a little bit of wiggle room or breathing space, whatever you want to say, to test more and to find more winning designs and to really kickstart this business. Again, this seems like a lot of money, but it's really not that bad. To put this in perspective, when I started my Amazon FBA business, it cost 4 times this, right? It was $4,000 for our first batch of inventory, which may not have even ever sold. We're not even close to that. And of course, you can start slow, and I recommend starting slow, especially at the beginning if you don't have that much money. I want you to build first, that's designs, niche, and then go and do the store, right? And then do ads, slow and small. So let's summarize these 5 myths quickly. Myth 1, the passive income myth. It's not passive income. Myth 2, just make more designs. Make better designs. Myth 3, you need to be a designer. Not anymore. Myth 4, just upload to a marketplace. I mean, maybe 10 years ago, but not so much anymore. And then myth 5, it takes too much money to start. Well, I've just shown you how you can start with less than $100. So now we've busted these myths, you may be ready to begin your print-on-demand journey. If you want to watch my full print-on-demand course on YouTube, feel free. Oh dear, what is that? Feel free, it's an 8-hour video. I'll just forewarn you. It's a really, really valuable video. A lot of people that have watched it have said so. They've liked it. They've built business from it. They've joined my community from it. All sorts. It's an incredible, incredible video. So definitely go and check that out. And if you want to learn even more and get personalized help from me every single day, actually helping you with your business, then check out the Design Hub. This is the Design Hub, and we have various things. We have an active community where people can post and talk every single day. We have a step-by-step classroom where we talk about niche, design, store, and we've got some awesome new training coming out in the next few months as well. We have personalized feedback, which is so cool. We've got design feedback requests, all sorts. We've got a packed calendar of tons of different calls. And you can get all of this in the Design Hub community. The link is down below. We've got over 500 members in there, changing their life, actively changing their life, putting in the effort. These 500 people are those people willing to put in a little bit extra work and beat out everyone else who's just looking for a quick get-rich-quick scheme. So if you're not looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, if you're willing to put in some work and actually build a successful business, then maybe this is for you. The link will be down below in the description. Just click join now if you want to, and hopefully I'll see you in there. But yeah, don't let these 5 myths stop you from succeeding in this business.